So welcome back, and we have another bottle kill that I've been able to find in the back of the cupboard. Not really just found, we were having a drinking night, as I mentioned on the last review, and there was a couple of bottles that we just kind of didn't realize we still had. So this one is the Journeyman Distillery. Let's see if that focuses better than the last one did. There we go. This is a fairly new bottle. I actually got this sent probably close to about a year ago. Through the New Zealand Whisky Club or something like that. It could be the Single Cask Club. I did a review on them. I'll put that up here for you. One of my favorite Star Awards of a single cask for that year that came out, they actually had. And I had a look yesterday before I decided to do this one, and they actually have some Star Awards left. So, not much in this bottle, because I was drinking this again last night, and we were drinking this the other night as well. So, this was used, or the reason why I got this one is it was actually used in our Around the World Whiskey Tasting event that we run for Whisky Social. So if you're in Brisbane and you want to become part of the whiskey tasting stuff, we run a monthly event. Just look up Whisky Social on Facebook. And we put these up against 6 different whiskies from around the world. Funnily enough though, nobody knew where each one was from. We put a brown paper bag on it. And I poured them all out and they had to kind of guess. We gave them some hints of it, and on the night someone actually guessed 4 out of the 6. I still think they cheated somehow, because there's no way in the world, even with the hints I gave, I would have been able to give those actual things. So anyways, I'd never heard of Journeyman before. They seem to have won a fair few awards, but not something, obviously being rye, something that I know too much of. This is batch 22. These guys are now at Dan Murphy's as well. So something that I didn't know until recently when I was doing a bit of a search on them. I actually saw that Dan Murphy's has now got them. If you're in Brisbane and you want to try this, Wollongabba had about 4 or 5 different types of these ones. So fairly big brand. I believe this is kind of their core one that they do. It's a wheat heavy grain to bottle. This is the information that was given to him, by the way. I'm reading this now. A wheat heavy grain to bottle rye whiskey that balances the spiciness of rye and sweetness of wheat. Last Feather Rye is one of the Journeyman's best known and most awarded whiskies. Single-distillation from 60 organic rye to 40% organic wheat. So there we go. 750 mils. I think it was about 80 bucks. Dan Murphy's now has it. That, smack on banana nose to it. It's a little bit more chemically sweetness, actually, than what I can remember. All right. So, this to me is a fairly okay bourbon. It's nothing overly amazing. It's also not bad. It's probably for 60, 70 or 80 bucks or whatever it is, probably a decent bottle to have and have in the collection and try something from a distillery you've probably never heard of, like me. It's very well balanced, sits around a little bit longer. The rye isn't overpowering like some of the other ones for me. Bit of sweetness through that. That's all I'm really getting, bit of sweetness. But it sits around for quite some time and it's an easy drinker. Would I buy this myself if I wasn't doing a tasting night? No, because again, it's that bourbon thing. And plus, now that I'm just at the start of that bourbon journey, I want to keep continually trying different things. But if you are a bourbon drinker and you've never tried any of this stuff, I would give it a try.
Yeah. What about it? Tell me, girl, what about it? First of the month and I might blow on my allowance. We could get lost in the mountains. Milky clouds that we drown in. They wanna spend a night, I wanna spend 1 and 1,000, and I know you